Published 1637 EDT, the 1st of September 2017. Updated 2101 EDT, the 1st of September 2017. Cometh September, cometh the man. The clock ticked into the 9th month of the calendar year, and Harry Kane's scoring form returned. It is truly puzzling this barren spell August seems to cast on him. Then again, it does help to play Malta. Whatever the scoreline might suggest, England made dreadfully hard work of such limited opposition, but there was a feeling of inevitability about Kane's influence. He scored the goal that broke the deadlock in the fourth of the night in injury time, even if a significant number of travelling fans had left the ground by then. It was all in alignment for him. The date, the stars, and a team that is making up the numbers in England's World Cup qualifying group. The visit to Malta is not so much a contest, more a task to be ticked off. Get the 3 points, get on the plane, get home. England did that, eventually, but it was hardly inspiring stuff. Harry Kane broke the deadlock for Gareth Southgate's side early in the second half following good work from Dele Alli, the Tottenham forward, who had not scored this season heading into the clash. Swept England in front from close range. Alli twisted and turned inside the Malta box, drawing defenders out of position, before finding Kane in space to score. Ryan Bertrand fired in England's second in the closing minutes with a bouncing left-footed effort from outside the box. Danny Welbeck came off the bench and netted England's third as Southgate's side added gloss to the scoreline late on. Kane netted his second and England's fourth in injury time as the visitors scored 3 goals in a 6-minute spell in Malta. That 3 goals were scored in an 8-minute spell between the 85th minute and the 3rd minute of injury time tells its own tale. So does the fact that Gareth Southgate was sufficiently rattled by what he had seen in the first half to withdraw Raheem Sterling for Marcus Rashford at the break. England's manager cannot escape his share of the blame, though. Part of the problem was that Southgate began with a horribly conservative setup, a back four shielded by 2 defensive midfielders. Shielding from what who knows Malta's only chances were, all from range, punctuated by an occasional hopeful long ball over the top. Joe Hart did not actually make her save. Why 6 of England's outfield players had to be either backs or guards, then, only Southgate knows. It is not as if Jordan Henderson and Jake Livermore have the creative smarts to rise above this belt and braces approach, either. Neither have great distribution skills, meaning the game becomes one-paced and haphazard in central midfield. The worry for Southgate and England, however, is that they are not really keeping out a player of great wit and artistry. The high hopes the country had for Jack Wilshere have evaporated now. Adam Lallana is injured. So is Ross Barkley, but he couldn't get a Premier League game at Everton even if he wasn't. Nathaniel Chalobah cannot yet shoulder such responsibility and is not an expansive passer anyway. Where have the midfielders gone? It appears Southgate may have to fashion one if England are to progress. Could John Stones or Harry Maguire step forward to be a defensive presence with an eye for a pass? Could Sterling or Dele Alli fall back and play with the game in front of them, without affecting the forward dynamic? Malta 532, Hog 5.5, Esborg 6.5, Magri 6, Argius 6, Zafara 6.5, Camilleri 75, Crispinson 6, R. Fenwick 6, P. Fenwick 83, Z. Muscat 6, Pisani 5.5, Schembri 6, Mifsud 86, Farrugia 5.5. Subs not used. A. Muscat 5, Philip Gambon, Bonello, Seaborg, Johnson, Manager Pietro Gedden 6.5. Engla and D4231 Hart 6. 6, Jones 6.5, Bertrand 6.5, Walker 4, Cahill 6, Livermore 6, Henderson 6.5, Sterling 5.5, Rashford 46 6.5, Ali 7.5, Vardy 76.5, Oxlade-Chamberlain 7, Welbeck 76, Kane 8, subs not used, Butland, Smalling, Cresswell, Keane, Stones, Chalobah, Defoe, Sturridge, Heaton. Manager Gareth Southgate 7 goals, Kane 53, 90, Bertrand 86, Welbeck 90, referee Artur Cerise DS 6.5. England boss Southgate celebrates the goal that put his side on the way to an important, if unspectacular, qualifying victory. Kane had not scored in his club's first 3 Premier League matches this season, but he netted on 53 minutes in Malta. Ali is congratulated by England boss Southgate after being replaced by Arsenal's Danny Welbeck with 14 minutes remaining. England forward Kane came into the qualifier at the Tarkali National Stadium looking to open his account for the season. New Liverpool recruit Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain fires a shot at goal as England searched for a breakthrough in Tarkali. It seems strange to talk of feeling disheartened after a 40-away win, but we've all seen this film before and we know how it ends. England last lost the qualifier in 2009, and even that was a dead rubber in Ukraine, having already won the group. But tournament football is different. There was nothing here to suggest England can be serious contenders in Russia next summer. That one of Malta's defenders, Samuel Magri, can be found at Ebbsfleet United most weeks goes to show the level England were up against, and puts the scoreline and some of the more mediocre individual performances into perspective. In the distance beyond the south end of the Tarkali National Stadium there was a firework display, so at least most of the ground had something to watch during the turgid exchanges. It wasn't much of a firework display, but then it didn't have to be. It was even less of match. England's travelling fans are the most fervent, the most enthusiastic, the most forgiving. They flew all the way to Brazil in 2014, got knocked out in 2 matches and still clapped the team off, having drawn a dead game with Costa Rica 0-0. But the first 45 here were too much. When referee Artur Dias of Portugal blew the whistle, there were loud boos followed by a chorus of that old favourite, "What the flaming hell was that?" or words to this effect. It was a fair question. England had all the possession and all the chances, but only a header from Kane had forced a save of worth from goalkeeper Andrew Hogg. In total, England amassed 5 noteworthy first-half chances, and one of them was an attempted clearance by defender Andre Aguias that he skewed just wide of his own goal. Manchester City defender Kyle Walker, who started on the right side of a rarely tested back four, tries to thread a pass inside. England goalkeeper Joe Hart clears the ball on one of the rare occasions he is called into action during a goalless first half. Kane, whose second half goal put England on course for victory against Malta, tries to hold off the attention of Steve Borg. Raheem Sterling is challenged in the area by Malta defender Borg and goalkeeper Andrew Hogg, but no foul was given. Southampton full-back Bertrand tries to ride a slide tackle by midfielder Bjorn Christensen during the first half in Malta, indeed, for the 11th minute to the 53rd when Kane finally opened the scoring. England did not carve out an opportunity, bar the Aguias error. It was dreadful stuff, ponderous and lacking in ideas, lifted only by the odd individual who showed attacking ambition, such as Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yes, it always felt like a matter of time before England would score, but that is the nature of these matches. Malta are not as bad as the likes of San Marino, Gibraltar, but they are still there to be beaten. Scotland put 5 past them here a year ago. The Czech Republic scored 6 in a friendly. Even Jordan beat them 20. The best Malta can hope for is to keep it tight, as they have done on England's 2 previous visits, losing by an odd goal. Yet once Kane put England in front, it always seemed possible that the game could run away from the hosts, as it proved. The first goal, fittingly, was a highlight. Ali did very well to keep the ball in his orbit and wait until the pass to Kane opened up. When it did, he slipped him in on the left, and his Tottenham teammate gave Hogg no chance. By the time 80 minutes came around, even the normally loyal away end was beginning to empty. A steady trickle of England fans decided the chance of a cold pint on a warm Mediterranean evening was more fun than watching this to its conclusion. Yet those leaving early missed the alternate fireworks, England's late flourish, 3 goals in an 8-minute spell, an explosive conclusion indeed. Liverpool skipper Jordan Henderson started in central midfield and wore the armband for the visiting side in Friday's clash. Ali, whose patient play under pressure helped set up Kane for the opening goal against Malta, is challenged by Borg. The second came from substitute Ryan Bertrand, picking the ball up in space on the left and finishing smartly. It was his first goal for his country, but that his celebrations were so muted was probably a sign that he found the whole experience less than overwhelming. Then, as the game crept into injury time, Kane lobbed the ball forward to be pounced on by substitute Danny Welbeck, beating Hogg as the goalkeeper advanced to clear. Finally, Kane added his second of the night, from a lovely pass by Rashford. England's striker was clearly making up for lost time, his run energetic and hungry when Malta were as good as absent. Like acorns and conkers, in Kane's world this was a sign autumn was coming at last. For England it was job done and time to go home. Kane and defender Phil Jones sent to a caught in a ruck of players challenging for the ball in the Malta penalty area. Marcus Rashford was introduced at half-time at the expense of Sterling as Southgate's side sought a way through Malta. England manager Southgate named a strong starting 11 for the 2018 World Cup qualifier in Malta on Friday evening.